Nitin sir, just need to ask one more question. Will user interface be also inside the cloud?
It can be. User interface can be in cloud as well. But final data will be submitted to some other device also. Hello. Hello.
Sir, no sound, sir.
No sound is coming, ne?
Now are
Hello?
you now getting voice?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
now
Yes,
it
sir.
is okay.
Yeah.
Now it is okay.
Okay, so the thing is like that user interface will be a different one. For the time being, just consider, but it can be inside the cloud also. Okay, that will be a user cloud in the form of device as a service. In the advanced stage, I will take this in the cloud part basically and the later on slides, but for the time being you just make the separate from the cloud. And basically the job of the cloud is inside that everything will be there. Okay, inside that your analysis data gathering will be there, some storage will be there in the form of database, data lakes, whatever you say, and it will be accessible through the devices. It will be a analysis part will also be there. Okay, pre-processing will be there. Your data analytics portion will be through the Hadoop will also be there, and data analytics portion after the Hadoop or whatever things you will use, technology you will use, your AI will also be implemented. Okay, your AI will be also implemented in that, and after that it will be a data will be or decision will be accessible through the or implementable to the user interface. Okay, user interface. Have you got the point? Have you got the
Yes,
point?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, analytics is different and AI is different. Okay, as per the outcome of analysis, your AI will be implemented. So don't be confused with analytics over with the AI. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Analysis will be different. Analysis will be different and AI will be different. Is there any doubt inside this one? Is there any doubt inside this one?
No, sir. No doubt.
No, sir.
Fine. Ramesh, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are
I
you
am there. Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir. I already responded to your query.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So these are the connect and what are the basic elements you will find inside the IoT ecosystem. First one is the connected devices, connected or simply say smart devices. Okay, whenever connected is there, simply you can replace or interchange it with the smart also. Devices are the primary physical objects connected to the system. Central control hardware will be there. Control panel that we have seen in the HPLC and this one all type of configuration. Data cloud will be there. Okay, that's why cloud is there inside the IoT elements. User interface will be there to access this one, and network interconnection will be there. Here, what do you mean about the network interconnection? What do you mean by the network interconnection? Here it deals with it don't deal with the layer 3 only. It may be a layer 2 also, just like a gateway, device to gateway interconnection, and gateway to router, gateway to your ISP interconnection also. Okay, gateway to router interconnection also. Okay, is that clear? Then system security will be there and data analysis will be there. Data analysis will be there. They have not taken the AI part. Basically AI is in the advanced stage. Whenever your entire system come into the picture, definitely AI will also be there, but data analysis will be there. Data analysis will be there. Another thing is This is the diagram of interaction between the three components of Internet of Things. That is the things with the network sensor, data stores, and analytics engine. Okay, this is the type of communication, and don't give so much stress inside this one, because in the AI portion I will take this one, how the AI will be implemented in the IoT. So this is the communication, internal or external states, or the report, it will report the states. Okay, these things will report the states, and in the form of data it will be stored in the database in the form of text. This data will can be in the form of text, images, or analysis part, or the videos it can be, and it will be stored in some database, data lakes, whatever it may be. And after that, it will go to the analytic engine. Inside that, server clouds will be there. Definitely all the things will be inside the cloud, and human machine learning will be there. That is the part of AI. Okay, separate portions are there. Basically here analysis will be there, and as per the analysis, outcome of analysis, your intelligence will be implemented on this one. And after that, decision will be given to that. After that, directly given to this one. Okay, directly given to this one, and update the data storage also. It will update the data storage also in simultaneously. Okay, it will update the data storage also. So I hope it is a self-explanatory. Further, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. If you have any query, you can ask me. So shall I proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is a smart train. Why smart? Because it can guarantee arrival times. Because it can predict part failures. Because it can take market share away from an airline. That is what makes it smart. This is what we should be talking about when we talk about the Internet of Things. But instead, we're talking about sensors and devices. But here's the thing. For as smart as these devices are, the stuff we're doing with them can still be kind of dumb. See, the Internet of Things is only half the picture. It's the materials, the infrastructure. To make it truly work, we have to enable those things to work in tandem with everything else. Historical data and patterns that bring together data on customers, suppliers, labor schedules, product history, transactions, and more. We're talking about the kind of contextual information that it takes to understand what's really happening right now. It's the insight, and more importantly, business value that comes when you bring all these streams together. We call it the analytics of things. It's how we enable retailers to have fully automated checkouts, saving billions annually in lost time and labor costs. It's how manufacturers predict and repair machines long before they fail. It's how cities can create a holistic energy grid, rewarding citizens for reducing their total energy footprint. It's how all these millions of things actually result in smarter decisions. So how do we make that happen? How do we build the analytics of things? It takes the expertise of someone who's seen the evolution of connected devices. It takes the intelligent approaches, not just to those devices, but to real-time data streams and web-scale analytics. It takes someone who can use deep analytics and parallel speed to get easy access to answers, who can pull together tons of data in a data lake or warehouse for easy, fast analysis. It takes a partner like Teradata.
So is that clear? And now you are able to make the connected, the difference between the smart and the connected device, all are the same. And what you have observed in that portion, basically, and in this video, what is the outcome of this video? Can anybody tell? Can Neha, can you tell what is the outcome of this video?
So that through IoT we can connect everything, like from air to land we can connect anything.
Yeah, anything. And further, smart is there, and analysis is also there. And as for the outcome of analysis, artificial intelligence also implemented in the smart train example. Okay, it is
Yes, sir.
connected to some means of cloud. Okay, over which entire data is there, and some sort of intelligence also works inside that, and it works as a just like a brain. of this one, and entire ecosystem are synchronized and working according to that. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
smart things are connected to with each other. This is the main aim of smart basically. So now you are able to make the difference between the smart and the connected device. Okay, because in the beginning everybody says okay, smartness means it will be connected to internet. No, it is not like that. Different type of architecture you have seen. You have seen the without internet structure also. Okay, some sensor based communication device or things are connected to the gateway. That means it is a range bound communication, local range bound communication. After that you have seen it is connected to the cloud, and over the cloud some storage is also there, the analysis is also there, and your intelligence is also there on that one, and after that it goes towards the your user interface. So have you got the thing? Have you got the thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now another thing is this is further IoT architecture, further grouped into the 4 application. Okay, 4 layer basically. Okay, and further they have renamed the layer name. Okay, for proper understanding. Here it is a sensing and identification layer. Okay, sensing and identification means different type of device. Different type of device you will find. It can be RFID, it can be smart device, it can be GPS, it can be a sensor. Okay, it can be a this type of sensors also can be there, multimedia sensors or audio video sensor is there. And this is a network construction. So the different type of network can be there, personalized area network, wireless metropolitan area network, LAN, W WLAN, it can be, or and it's all about the internet. It's all about the internet. It's all about the internet. And after that, the next stage is the information processing. Okay, that we have seen in the analytics part. Okay, analytics, and that means data storage will be there. Data in the data center is nothing but a just like a cloud. Okay, search engine will be there, smart decisioning will be there, information security will also be there, data mining will also be there. All the things you will find inside the information processing part. After that, integrated application, it can be a smart grid, green building, it can be smart transport, environment monitor. Because at this stage basically you cannot separate the data. Okay, you cannot separate the data. It is just like a ocean. In the data center it is just like a ocean. Your data is stored at the centralized place and ready to be in the motion. Depending upon the it may be possible if this data can be used by this smart grid, or this data can be at the same moment this data can be used by the smart transport. Okay, or the environment monitoring also same data. So but there is a different, the communication need will be different, and your decisioning need will be different depending upon this analysis. Data is same, but here need is different, here need is different, here need is different. And need different means different type of analysis will be there and different type of intelligence will be there. So depending upon this, it works as a ocean, and depending upon this your algo, machine algo or deep algo or artificial intelligence algo will work upon this one. Have you got the point? Have you got the point? Because data mining is there, you have to mine the data as per the need of the application, as per the need of the application or the ecosystem. Have you got my point? Diksha,
Yes, sir.
is there any doubt?
Yes, sir.
It is clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's
है
clear.
ना? Yeah, definitely. Data mining algorithms are separate. Data mining algorithms are separate basically. Okay, so many things are there inside that. Nowadays, Hadoop is there for data mining. Okay, Hadoop is preferable basically. This data is not a normal data. Vidyaji, this data is not a normal data. This is a big data. It is a tons of data basically. Okay, it is not a small amount of data just like a CSV file, or simply you can store in the this one USB or like that. It is a huge amount of data is there, and directly data pumping is there. It is just like a ocean. Okay, have you seen the ocean? I don't see, I don't find that you can make the analogy of this one. Okay, how huge will be a ocean is, and you compare it just like with the ocean. So from the ocean you are getting the data. It is just part of the data mining, and preferably it is definitely it is a big amount of data, and big data is there. And as per the data mining, you say Hadoop, and so many approaches are there for data mining. Algorithms are there. Hadoop, no, it is not Hadoop. Basically, it is a Hadoop. Okay, it is a Hadoop. Okay, Hadoop is the technology. Okay, Hadoop is the technology. Yeah, Hadoop is the technology that works upon the distributed environment, HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System. Okay, and it is a big part and used for the data mining part, basically data analysis part. Okay, data analysis part. It's all about the big data. Whenever you say the big data, definitely Hadoop will come into the picture. Okay, it is a separate one. It is not a part of this one. Okay, Hadoop itself a big field. Okay, that comes under the data analysis part or the business intelligence part. Have you got the point? Have you got the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Basically, in the Hadoop,
Yes, sir.
we develop the map reducers and so many things. Yeah, massive storage area. So many things are there. Now, this is the 4-stage IoT solution architecture. Okay, begins with the things, primarily analog data source, device, machines, people, tools, cars, animals, clothes, toys, environment, building, etc. Okay, can anybody tell animal, if we put the sensor over the animal, what purpose it will fulfill?
So tracking them, sir,
Yeah, tracking
like
them. Bilkul.
tigers.
This is a big problem, basically, especially in the forest areas and this one hilly areas. Okay, so tracking basically they fulfill the purpose of this one. So these things, this comes under the things categorization. After that, it will come to the sensor actuator. First one, it may be a wired or wireless. Then internet gateways will be there. Data acquisition system will be there. Okay, another name of data internet gateways is SCADA. Have you heard the word SCADA? SCADA.
Yes, sir.
SCADA. What is it stands for?
It actually in train is used Indian railway system.
Supervisory control data acquisition system, basically.
Yes.
Okay, supervisory control and data acquisition system, and here your local gateway or internet gateway, basically it is nothing but a SCADA based system. Okay, SCADA based system. A lot of people ask, okay, what is the difference between the data analysis or this SCADA? So basically data towards the cloud means different SCADAs. Okay, there may be a one SCADA, two SCADA, or three SCADA. So there SCADA is a little thing, and SCADA is going towards the cloud. After that, your after that, at the stage one is the sensor actuators to gather the information, and stage two is the internet gateway data acquisition system. After that, it will move towards the edge IT and for pre-processing the data, and after that it will move towards the cloud for the analysis management and to the artificial whatever may be the intelligence. It may be a necessary for the some application get data visualization is needed, then some portion. So depending upon your application, according to that it will be visualized. So your analytics management control will be there, analytics management control will be there. So these things will be there. Software stacks, data flow, control flow from that, from the this end to that end. This is a 4-layer architecture or the 4-stage architecture, and this is the edge. Basically this is the edge. This is the first part, that is the home area network or some premises area network. This is your outside outside the data network part. Okay, outside the network, and in between that, this is the internet. This is the internet part. This is the, it's all about the IP. Basically this is the IP part. So any question in this?
What does CCE means?
This is the important part. Can anybody reply? What is CCE? Vijayji, are you there? Are you
Yes,
able
sir.
to
Yes,
get
sir.
my voice? What is
Yes,
CCE?
sir. You don't know, sir.
Very important three alphabets basically, and basically your entire architecture basically is comprises with this CCE. Okay, it is very beautiful alphabets, basically these three alphabets. If somebody asks you, okay, what basically a IoT architecture is, okay, you don't have the pen and you don't have the ability to draw the diagram at that particular moment. Suppose you have in a 1 second you need, or in a microsecond you have to reply, okay, what basically IoT architecture is. So forget about the ITU architecture and forget about the all the things, but you just say CCE. But important thing is what basically is CCE. So Khushbu, can you reply? Can you reply? Diksha is there. Diksha. Neha, what is CCE? Vishwajit ji, what is CCE?
Sir, I raise the doubts because I do not know.
Yeah, definitely I forget, and that basically, okay, I am telling about that. Basically, always remember, whenever IoT architecture comes into the picture, always remember this CCE. CCE stands for connect, collect, exchange. Okay, so that means it is a 2C and single E architecture. Connect, collect, exchange, first connection in entire architecture. Okay, forget about this one. Okay, forget about this one. In any IoT based system, first connection will be there. Okay, first connection will be there, whether device to device connection will be there, or device to gateway will be there, or gateway to cloud is there. Okay, or storage is there, or processor is there, or user interface is there. For connection is there, then collection will be there. Collection of what? Collection of information or collection of data first. Collection of data, then data will be converted into the information. Then this exchange will be there. Okay, then exchange will be there. Exchange means exchange of information or exchange of decisioning will be there. Okay, as per the collection of data, as per the collection of data, your analytics and all the things will be imposed on this one, and as per the outcome of this, your exchange of information will be there. That means some actuation will be performed, over the CCE. Have you got this one?
Yes, sir.
Anna, have you got this one? So always remember CCE. What does it mean, CCE?
Connect, collect, and exchange.
Yeah, don't be
Connect,
reverse.
connect,
Okay, don't be say like that, collect, connect, exchange. It is not like that, otherwise it will be entirely wrong. Okay, always remember connect, collect, exchange. Whenever somebody asks you, okay, what do you mean about the IoT, very well you can say it is a sensor based communication, and it is not only embedded system, it is a combination of embedded system able to perform some task, and it is a basically we are going to build up some ecosystem inside the IoT. And whenever it is asked what is IoT architecture, and you don't have the pen and all the things, and in a very real time manner or quickly you need to reply, that is the CCE. So automatically these things are the self-explanatory. If you say it is a CCE, the person who is standing in front of you will appreciate the thing, you know the each and everything with the, if you know the CCE, that is the connect, collect, exchange. Have you got this point? Have you got this point?
Yes, sir.
This is a smart train.
I think you have
Why
already
smart?
seen this one, so we can move further. Next is the IoT architecture, that is the SDN based. Okay, what is SDN based architecture? Software defined networking is an SDN is software defined networking. Don't be confused with the software driven network. Okay, SDN, two things are there: SDN software driven network and the software defined network. So can anybody, just for recall point of view, can anybody tell the difference between the software driven and software defined? In very
Sir, in
beginning
case
I
of
have discussed this one.
Sir, in case of software-driven network,
Yeah.
80% will be software and 20% will be hardware. And
Yes.
in case of
Software-defined.
software-defined network, it will be 90% software, and it will define the 10% of hardware.
95%, sir. 95%.
95%. Okay.
Okay, 95%. And definitely one more thing I am adding in this one, it will be a service oriented architecture or service based architecture. The basic agenda is your application will automatically configure your network. Okay, that means network optimization will be there as per the demand of your application, because you have seen applications are getting intelligence day by day. Okay, applications demanding the more intelligence day by day, and they basically designed for the real time decisioning. So according to that, your network should also be optimized like that. So SDN is the best approach for this one. Have you got this point? Have you got this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, previous to the software driven, one word was there, software, this one. So software is SPC was there. Okay, stored software programming like that. In the E10B or this one NTSS switches, basically we used to say it was the stored program control, sorry, SPC, stored program control. So it is basically a generation SPC to SDN, that is the software driven. After that, it is a software defined networking. Is that clear? Now, software defined networking is an approach basically to network management that enables dynamic programmability, programmatically efficient network configuration in order to improve the network performance and monitoring, making it more like cloud computing than traditional network management. SDN is meant to address the fact that the static architecture of traditional network is decentralized and complex, while current networks require more flexibility and easy troubleshooting. SDN attempts to centralize network intelligence in one network component by disassociating the forwarding process of network packets data plane from the routing process control plane. Have you got this definition? Can anybody explain what does it mean? Can anybody explain? Khushbu, can you explain what basically SDN is from this definition of SDN? Can you imagine what basically SDN is? SDN basically a vast field. Okay. Later on, I will try to cover the 1 week course on the SDN, because basically deals with the data network part. Okay. So for the time being, can anybody tell what is the outcome of this one? No. There is no direct relation of NGN with the SDN. Okay. So NGN is your software driven network. Okay. It is a software driven network. And your soft switch behave like a controller. And there is a CPU. Okay, any other? Neha, can you explain the SDN by this definition?
So let me just try. Sir, SDN will try to attempt to divide the complete network into just two parts. The one would be the data plane, the one with the control plane. So the data plane would mainly consist of the network, that would consist of 5% of hardware, and control plane would be the main software part, that would be 95%.
Okay. And what about the application? Basically, it comprises of three parts. Okay, basically it comprises of three parts: application, then controller, and then the data plane. And that thing you are telling, it is almost correct basically, and it will behave just like that in the SDN. But another side, one question arises. Okay, another side, one question arises. What is for traditional network? Traditional network mein kya hai? SDN it is okay, but at present in the traditional network, what we have?
Sir, sir, in traditional network we have 60% hardware.
No, that is okay. But in traditional network, what we have at present, what type of working we have?
What type of working we have?
Yeah.
We have, so we have stored program control kind of working, or
No,
to
no,
some
no, 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 no.
extent,
You are going. No, 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 no. You are going in the wrong direction. Basically, you are moving towards the switching side. Basically, it is a data network part. SDN means it is a data network part. That means one thing is there. I have shown you one diagram earlier. In that, device is connected to the gateway. Gateway is connected to the cloud, and cloud is connected to the user interface through the analytics. Have you remember this one?
yes, sir.
So in between that, network is also there. I have told it is all about the internet.
Yes, sir.
I have told it's all about the internet. So what I mean to say, your device is going to be intelligent. Your data storage is also going to be intelligent, and your data, even your data is also going to be a smart one. Nowadays, data speaks, breathes, and everything is there. And further, you have the intelligence at each and every part. But what about the data? Whether this system will work upon the what about the internet or the network? So whether your traditional network will work, or you need to upgrade the additional one also. You need to upgrade the traditional network. You need to change the traditional network. What you
Yes,
feel?
of course, sir. We need to. Yes, sir. Sir, of course, we need to upgrade the traditional network, because since the data generation is high, sir, to handle the movement of high data, we need to upgrade it.
Yeah, further intelligence is also there. Applications are going to be intelligent. Okay, they require the variable bandwidth basically, and real-time
Yes,
decisioning.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
that
sir.
means fast movement of data is required. Okay,
Yes, sir.
there is no fixed amount of data is there. There is no fixed amount of data is there. Okay, fixed amount of bandwidth is required, and direct through the VPN or like that you can communicate with each other. So that means
Yes,
your network should also be upgraded. So what we have in
definitely.
the at present in the network, what we have?
Sir, we usually have the MPLS network,
Yeah,
or
definitely that is the word that I want to hear. We have the MPLS based network, and we are moving towards from MPLS to SDN based network. Have you got the
okay.
point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All of you are able to make the correlation between these things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are not going to discuss about the MPLS, what will be the MPLS configuration is, and because a lot of expertise available for the MPLS and this thing also, and my friend is there, Anand, in ALTTC, he was telling in BSNL, we are upgrading the core routers with the SDN based network, SDN based routers, that SDN based controllers, that belongs to the Nokia. I'm no exact status. I don't know. Anybody has the status, updated status about the core network of SDN routers?
Sir,
Anybody is
one super core element was installed in Bangalore.
okay?
Super
That
core.
deals with the
I think,
Nokia.
yeah, it is from Nokia actually, but I am not sure whether it is SDN, but it is called super core router.
That is the SDN, sir.
Super core and
That is
super edge, super edge
that
both
is
are
the
there, sir.
SDN based controller. Okay, just remember it is the SDN based controller. Khushbu, are you getting my point? Okay, these are the SDN controller, and whenever we deployed this one, rest of the nodes, whether it is your traditional routers or the new routers or LAN switch, all the things will behave just like a data plane. Okay, rest of the things will become the data plane. Okay, just like a LAN switch, only basically I'm defining the word. These are the packet forwarding device. This will be a packet forwarding device. Okay, packet forwarding device, all the things will be a packet forwarding device. There will be a single centralized platform decisioning will be there inside the Nokia super core router. Okay, Nokia super core router, and it is nothing but your SDN based controller, software defined network controller. Have you got this one, all of you? If you have any doubt, we can take here. So we are moving from MPLS to SDN based network. Okay, a lot of question maybe arises here. Ke, sir, can MPLS be changed in a very next day or 1 year or 2 year? Answer is no, it is not like that. Basically at present in this Nokia SuperCore router, provisioning of MPLS will be there. Okay, provisioning of MPLS will be there, but sooner than later, definitely, definitely direct migration from MPLS to SDN based network will be there. Okay, directly migration will be there, just like a case of NGN. In the earlier phase, a lot of question arises, okay, what about the old telephones, whether IP phones will be deployed or not. So basically NGN meant for the IP phone. Okay, NGN meant for the IP phone. Directly if we have the IP phone, it will be connected to the soft switch or centralized controller, and one place, one application server should be there. It should be it should be able to provide the services. So like that, in case of SDN also, it is meant for the intelligent router or intelligent controller, and rest of the devices on the below layer. On the below layer will be a data plane, and at top of the level, what you will find at the top of the level, you will find the applications. Your application will be a variable, different type of different categorization of application will be there. It may come under the security also, network security also. It can be a priority deciding services also, or it can be a real-time tunnel also. It can be any type of services can be there. So have you got the idea about SDN based network?
Yes, sir.
Meenakshi, any doubt? Meenakshi is there?
Yes, sir. No doubt, sir.
Okay, thank you. Rameshji, are you getting my
Okay,
voice?
sir. Thanks.
Rameshji is there?
Yes, sir, I am there. I'm getting.
Have you got this concept SDN?
Yes, sir.
It is most important, the latest one. Okay, and this SDN based network
Yes,
will work inside the 5G also, inside the 4G also. Okay, if you know, if you learn the architecture of 5G, basically it is a service oriented or service based architecture, and in that slicing is there, network slicing is there. Okay, so network slicing basically deals with this SDN based network. So I will not go in detail with the 5G or 4G, it is a separate field. So what basically a software defined network is? Software defined network is a gaining prominence among technologies for its disruptive quality as compared with the traditional network. SDN is an approach to networking that enables network nodes to be managed through programming rather than the traditional system administrative methods. This is the main difference between the traditional one and SDN one, that I have already told. 95% of software is there. Software means API is there, application programming interface is there, or that is the part of basically a software programming. Okay, through the programming they can be this can be managed. But in case of traditional one, we need to open the router and we need to manually configure this one. We have to define the routing table. Okay, we need to, at least once we need to define the network,